Hey guys, welcome back to JEREC. That's creepy. I'm sorry, that's creepy. All right.
So, welcome back. Today's episode is a little different. We're missing EJ because
She died.
She's way too close to the sun.
EJ is just a little sick, and so she's out today. And then on top of that, we do have Jack, but we might as well not have Jack because Jack didn't watch the movie. So we're actually just gonna explain to him. Rennie and I are just gonna talk about the movie, and we're gonna see at the end of it if he would actually watch the movie.
Yeah. Well, I'll like make little comments here.
Yeah. The thing is, we told him the plot of the movie already.
It's very simple.
Yeah. He kind of knows what it's
like
about.
a Hallmark movie. So
yeah. All right. Well, give me a quick synopsis. What's this movie about?
Okay. So, by the way, the movie is Love Hard.
Yes.
We forgot to mention that. So, synopsis. We have our main girl who she works for like this magazine or something, and she writes about her bad date experiences.
Yeah,
with
she
guys
goes on a dating
app
to
and she like
find
meets
bad
people,
dates,
and then she
writes
like
about it.
goes on bad dates. And so she's like on the verge of giving up on love, and then she swipes right on this guy and they match, and they start talking, they hit it off, but we have one issue. Okay, he lives in New York, she lives in LA.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, pretty intense. So then they start talking, and she comes up with this genius idea to go fly out to New York and surprise them for Christmas.
Even though they'd been talking for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I think
Yes.
that was what it was.
Is that where we stop, or do we keep going?
Not more than a month.
I think that's fine because we'll hit on the rest of it.
And then we're gonna
spoil what happens.
And then wacky shenanigans ensue.
Yes.
So wait, without like knowing, do you think she got catfished?
Well, now that you say that, yeah. And also, well, how'd she get catfished? She just flew out to New York. It's is it like she had paid him money or something?
No, the guy wouldn't look like
like the guy used
profile.
someone else's pictures on the dating app.
Oh, Broseph was ugly.
Yeah. And,
Gotcha.
I guess. And then like he would take pictures from the other guy and like Photoshop it to like save messages for her, so she thought he was real.
Oh.
Right, because it was like
so
they
it was
would
like
call,
his personality.
Gotcha.
Was all that, but not.
So it was his actual personality, but it was just he was just hiding behind a picture.
Gotcha.
Another person. Yeah. So she goes to his house and it's not him.
Yeah. So she goes to his house, which is really weird.
Yeah, because
she
girl
has
did
some issues.
Girl did not even stay in a hotel. Like she stayed in the house with them.
She went to his like family's house.
Like with grandma.
She knew this dude for how long? 3 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over the phone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And so she knocks on the door, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like let us go get Josh." And she sees him, and it's not the Josh she
thought.
And so she runs out, and she's like, "I can't believe this. This is so upsetting. You lied to me. You're a liar. You're not alpha." And then he's like, wait. The guy's photos I was using, he's a real dude who I actually...
He lives here.
He lives here in this small Hallmark town. And I can actually set y'all up if you're interested, since you're already here. And then while you're at it, you can pretend to be my girlfriend for the holidays.
Yeah, because
he's like
that awkward guy who's never had friends, he's never had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so she's like, okay, I'll do it. And then she'll get to write her story out of it.
Okay, so she is fake dating this dude while dating this dude.
Yeah. She's
Gotcha.
fake dating.
So hot boy she's dating, not boy she's fake dating.
Well, not yet is she dating the hot boy, but
she's going to.
What's the guy's name? Josh. Josh is the name.
Josh is the not hot boy.
Yeah. Yes, I guess. But he's a cutie. I think he's a cutie personally.
Okay. Yeah.
But then the other guy's name is Tag. Yeah,
Tag.
I know.
What a weird name.
It's a movie.
So
it doesn't
Josh
matter.
is gonna help her get Tag.
Yeah.
Because they've known each other for a really long time. Like Josh and Tag like went to school together because Hallmark movie.
But
of course they did.
the bad thing is she has to pretend that she's someone else to get his attention.
She has to pretend she's someone she's not. She has to put on a mask.
Yeah.
To get Tag's attention?
Yeah, she has to pretend that
he's like
adventurous.
like outside dude, and she's like, I like to read inside because I'm so quirky and different.
So she used to act like she's like all outside and stuff.
And she's also vegetarian, and she like goes to a steakhouse with him.
Yeah, she literally was gonna eat meat.
Yeah.
For him. That's how like insane she is. Okay.
Yeah, but we do have to remember she was like desperate to find love. She was like on the verge of being like, I don't believe in love anymore. I don't want.
Still, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like.
Okay, should we move on to hot take?
Yeah. All right, guys. This is the section.
synopsis.
This is a section where we talk about our hot takes, what we thought of the movie overall. I'm gonna start off with a hot take on y'all's synopsis because I haven't seen the movie. This movie seems like it's not good, and it seems like it's easy to follow along because of the fact that it's cliche. Is that right?
The movie is just a big cliche.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I said with.
Who does she? Okay, let me take a guess. She falls in love with Josh at the end, right? Okay. Yeah. Shocker.
And she realizes like Tag, he may be hot, but
He's not the guy I should be.
But not okay. And then she's like, I fell in love with the personality, not the body. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, but
so,
okay, no, the thing that's so weird is at the beginning of the movie, she is criticizing a different movie because it's all about how they fall in love with like the physical aspect of the person, and then she goes and does the exact same thing.
yeah, everything that she did was really like, I think that what I didn't like about it was how unlikable she was because she got mad at Josh for doing that.
And then
But then she's actively doing the same thing and pretending
be
she's someone
someone
she's
else.
not.
Well, theoretically, that's like she's pretending she's someone else, but that's a personality thing rather than a. She like switched it up, right?
Yeah.
She was like, I got
that
catfished physically. Now I'm gonna
doing-
catfish like mentally, where I act like a different human being, but I
Yeah,
look
doing
this
either
way.
of those is messed up. Like,
Yeah.
just be who you
yourself.
are. But she's actively, like, hating on Josh for being a liar. And then she's going out and, like, going above and beyond to lie to this guy.
Gotcha.
But Josh was such a nice friend. He was always there for her.
Well, more than a friend now.
Well, yeah, but like in the movie when she's trying to get her
Tag.
with Tag,
He helps her out.
like she's scared of heights and stuff, and they go rock climbing. So
Oh,
he's
that
like,
scene was so cringy.
Yeah, so he's like, just put your headphones in, it's fine.
Yeah, she puts in her
he, like-
AirPods and he's like, "What's your favorite song?" And she's like, "What's the song?"
I don't even remember, but it's the one that they use in Breakfast Club.
Don't you? So she's
yeah.
So she's scared of heights and he's like, "Just put in the AirPod." She's like, "Okay," and she's like,
He walks
"Forget about
her through it.
me."
Yeah, and like
And she's like,
he's always there for her, and she's such a mean little
Who
person.
went rock climbing with him? Was it Josh went rock climbing with her?
And Tag.
and
It was
Tag.
like a group thing.
They-
They all went together.
Whoa.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
Tag.
groups collide. Hello.
Tag thinks that her and Josh are cousins.
Oh yeah, he thinks that they're cousins. Like because
So like they have to keep the parents, like Josh's family, from running into Tag because Josh's family thinks it's a really big deal that Josh got a girlfriend, and they're scared that like the family's gonna talk about it and he's gonna.
So
be like,
does
"Oh,
she? So, okay. So she's faking being Josh's girlfriend, and
Yes.
his family thinks this is real.
yeah.
Yes.
They don't want Tag to know, so they keep the family separated from Tag and
Yes.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Do they tell everybody else? Like, do they know? And they're like, oh, or is it like, is Tag the only one that thinks they're cousins?
Tag
Yeah,
is like
Tag's
the only one who thinks they're
thinks-
cousins.
yeah.
How much of a brick wall is this dude? Like,
He's stone cold. Yes.
Gotcha,
He
okay.
is a brick house.
But like what you said about this movie not being good, EJ was watching it and me and her were texting while we were watching it, and she was like, "It's not a good movie, but there's a lot of like famous actors in this movie." And when I said, I was
is
like,
it a good cast?
Yeah,
They're all bad actors though.
but
They're all, like,
it's a good
Netflix
cast. Like it's like
actors.
a cast that like everyone knows. So I was like,
It's catered to
I
the
feel
teenage
like
audience.
I feel like Netflix just put out a thing. It was like we need to get people that everyone knows.
Yeah, pay a bunch of money.
Because
These
if
actors.
these actors are not in this movie, no one's gonna watch it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's a weird storyline, especially because like after
Like,
the
did you
brother
like
comes
it?
in, it's like an enjoyable bad.
Like, would you rewatch it?
with people, yeah.
So
I
there's
wouldn't.
the, so
I didn't like it at all.
right there's
I
this
didn't even
brother.
think it was a good bad.
Oh yeah,
so there's this brother. It's Tag's brother or
no,
Josh's brother.
yeah, it's Josh's brother, and like his brother is very stuck up.
Yeah,
And
Josh's
he
brother's like
needs
the
to
villain.
be the center of attention always.
Okay.
So
like-
he's going out of his. What
So
is the main
it seems
girl's
like
name?
there's like 4 different storylines where they're like Josh is the underappreciated young child and or the old, whatever he is, and he's not getting enough attention. Plus, there's this love triangle going on. Plus, the fact that she got catfished. Plus, now she's catfishing somebody else. So it was just chaotic, it seems like, you know?
Yeah, well, for me, with rom-coms, I'm always like, I really want to be invested in the love story. And so, since the storyline had so many, other, branches going off, I just felt like when they finally got together, I was just like, it doesn't make sense.
Gotcha.
Why are they together? They had two
also when they got together, it was so anticlimactic. Yeah. It was so weird.
So overall hot take, it doesn't make sense. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. It's kind of a little all over the place.
Josh deserves better.
Yeah. Josh, dump her and get someone better. There's better out there.
I mean, she flew out to New York for dude's personality, so.
Yeah, and then the thing is, she completely ignored that she liked the personality. She was like, "You catfished me. That's so mean."
Yeah,
but he was like,
"Well, I mean, if you got catfished, that'd be hard for you to process or understand."
He's like, "Yeah, but every single conversation we had, that was me. That was my personality." And she does not understand it until the end. She's like, "Oh
yeah." Finally, she's like,
"Gosh, he's kind of a good guy."
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, duh. Yeah.
Okay, should we move on to
magic moments? Yeah.
Magic moments.
Next segment is gonna be magic moments. I have a magic moment.
Go for it.
This one just made me laugh, but kind of goes back to the brother a little bit. So the brother, like we said, he needs to be the center of attention. If you do something and everyone's cheering for you, he's like, actually, I did this, and so that he gets the attention, right? So when they're caroling, Josh and the girl, I forgot her name, so we're not even gonna worry about that. But they're singing "Baby It's Cold Outside," and then everyone's cheering for them. And then he's like, "Guys, we're pregnant. We're having a baby." Yeah, the baby, the brother and his wife, they're pregnant. And then Josh, he's like, "Oh dang it, he stole the spotlight." So then he proposes to her. In front of a lot of old people at this nursing home, because they're caroling for them, and then he proposes, and I was like, what is happening?
Why can't he just live with the fact that his brother is younger and less mature and needs attention? Why?
Older.
They're okay. So okay, whatever. They're okay with the fact of this maturity line where both of them need attention, and so they're gonna try and one up each other with attention.
Well, it's
I feel like it'd be a better.
She's saying the point of it is that the older brother always tries to one up him, and so this was Josh's one moment where he was like, "I've had enough."
Yeah, this is.
And so
Josh
that was his moment where
this
he
is my
finally
time to shine. You're
him.
not gonna steal it from me.
That's what she's saying.
Yeah,
that's why I was.
So she proposed for him.
Proposes to her.
Yes.
Or is it?
Yeah, but then his grandma gives him the ring because he didn't have a ring. And then she gets mad. She's like, "Your grandma gave me her ring. What is wrong with you? This is supposed to be fake." Because the whole point is they were gonna fake date till Christmas, and then they were gonna stage a breakup. But now they're engaged.
Now that they're engaged, yeah.
So she's like, "Now I'm gonna look like the bad guy in your family."
Yeah.
So yeah.
So are they proposed? So does she fall in love with him while they're technically proposed?
No, that's the thing. I'm always like, when did they fall in love with each other? I didn't see that throughout the movie.
They didn't?
You do not see them falling in love.
Yes, they did, but it feels like I didn't.
It kind of seems
so from this point on, they're engaged for the rest of the movie.
To the public, yes.
Well, you say to the public, but
that creates a lot more
tag.
drama. Because they don't want Tag to know that they're engaged.
So, wait, the entire town sees that they're engaged except for this brick-walled, dumb butt human?
They were going to, but they all stole the paper that said that they were engaged. They went around and, stole the paper. So then no one knew.
What?
Yeah, it's confusing.
That's so weird.
Do you have any magic moments, Emma?
My magic moment? It's hard when I didn't really like the movie because I always remember the negative parts of stuff, but I shouldn't. I feel like the grandma, I really liked her. She was a good comedic relief and she was really cute.
Yeah.
And I liked when they would explore Josh's personality more and show like who he is more.
Yeah.
Because he's a really good guy, and they like whenever they showed that was the best moment. And I think we should have had more of that, because when I'm connected more to a character, I like the movie more.
Yeah.
Without fail every time. So they needed to have more of those like sweet sentimental moments where you understood the characters and why they like each other.
Yeah. Gotcha.
My last magic moment is going to be the speech when she finally comes clean. So basically, for context, since you didn't watch the movie, his family throws a surprise engagement party and invites the whole town plus Tag. So now it's Tag, he's there, and he's like, yeah, I haven't met the bride. Like, I haven't met his fiance. And she's like, oh yeah, I wonder who it could be. And then her boss shows up. So then her boss talks to the brother, and he's like, yeah, she does like this really good job writing about like bad relationships and bad dates that she's been on. So then he's like, oh, so she's faking it, like she's playing my brother. So then it becomes this whole thing where her whole family knows that she's gonna write about this. He knows that he's been dating a fake, basically, because he doesn't know her at all. And then she's like, guys, we're not actually engaged. So it's like this whole thing, and it just blows up in her face, and then she has to give a speech like apologizing to everyone.
So are they dating now at the end?
Nope. She leaves.
She leaves.
Yeah.
It's wrapped up very fast. Like
Yeah,
after that speech, she leaves because everybody's like, ew, we hate her, and she's like, I'm such a bad person.
And that's it?
So she leaves, but then when she leaves, she realizes while she's writing the story, oh, maybe it's Josh.
Yeah, while she's writing the story, she's like, oh, maybe.
Oh,
I
she
didn't like
comes-
that. I didn't like that scene.
So
though.
she comes back,
She comes back.
Yes. Yeah.
and then she like,
And they recreate the Love Actually scene.
Like
from
with the
posters.
cards and everything.
With the cards, or he's like, saves the Carol. You know? Have you watched Love Actually?
You don't know that
okay.
iconic scene with like.
I probably do. I just,
and
You definitely do.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't.
I probably do.
So that's the last magic moment. But I feel like this movie is pretty much just a bunch of ha moments combined.
So we should move on to.
So, yeah. All right, guys, this is your favorite segment. I'm going to do my best EJ impression.
EJ.
So basically, we're going to move on to and it's your favorite segment because it's my segment. And yeah. That was my EJ impression.
My moment is definitely the acting. I really didn't like the acting at all. I feel like it's okay to, like, when you're in a kind of like a not serious movie, you can still take that dialogue and make it your own and not make it as cringy. But since they were all such bad actors, it really stuck out to me. Like, usually I don't notice like cringy dialogue that much or anything, but something about the acting.
Was it the actual dialogue, or was it the way it was delivered?
I think it was both combined, but mainly the delivery was really like. Also, the two leads just like didn't have chemistry.
Yeah, and so like when they kissed, I was like, this seems so forced, and it's not what it's supposed to be. Like when they finally kiss at the end, it's supposed to be like, oh my gosh, they're finally together.
Yeah, I love Nina Dobrev.
So
she's the main
awkward.
character in this movie, but she did not do good in this role. Like every scene with her in it, which is
literally
95% of the movie, it was a painful, excruciating watch because she cannot act.
So another ha moment is when she's at the bar and she realizes that the guy who she thought she was talking to, like Tag, is at the bar. She's like, oh, I'm gonna surprise him, and she does this like sexy song, but she's allergic to kiwi, and she takes a shot right before that has kiwi, so she gets all swole up. I was like, that is just a little weird. I feel like they didn't really know how to make that happen.
So before she met,
you didn't explain that at
yeah,
all.
I was gonna say. Okay, you didn't, because you were just like, so the dude that she thought. So before she met Tag, she knew what he looked like.
She met him at a bar. Yeah.
So at a bar.
Yeah. So after she finds out,
she knows that this dude is like whatever, and she's like, I'm into him. I don't even know his personality. And then he is like, who the frick is this chick? and then she gets up there after being swollen
No. So
and
look, this is what
sings a
happened.
song.
So after she finds out she's been catfished, she walks away, and Josh follows her. But
Creepy.
she is at the bar, and she's like drinking a bunch of drinks.
Well, she's like, I'm gonna get wasted because this night sucks, and I got catfished. But
And
then
then
she sees the guy.
as soon as
she
she's
sees
like,
tag, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's the photos that
Oh.
Josh is using.
and that's how she discovers like the guy is real, and he's actually there. So then he's like, I'm gonna surprise her. I'm gonna like get his attention. She does karaoke, and she picks like this like sexy song, even though it's supposed to be Christmas karaoke. But
Yeah,
whatever.
and she like has an allergic reaction.
yeah, but she
and
didn't
all
know
of
she was
this.
having an allergic reaction. So she's like trying to get his
That
attention,
was your hum
being all
moment?
sexy. Yeah, and then she turns around, and she's like swollen. My hum moment is just like they could have picked so many better ways to have them meet. Why is that the way that they went? Like it's just a little bit.
I feel like that
Weird.
this movie genuinely like solidified the death of rom-coms for me because I love rom-coms so much. Like 90s rom-coms, 2000 rom-coms, something about them. Peaked.
Well, I mean,
I love
those
them
are
so
like
much.
good.
But like I
Now-
noticed that this movie it's very, very similar to How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yeah, I was gonna say when
It's
you
very-
told me the
very-
plot, I was like, so she's writing for a magazine
Yeah,
slash
see, like,
article,
it's very similar.
and she's creating a story. I was like, this literally is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days,
But,
except
like,
with
but How to Lose
not
a Guy
as
in
good
10 Days
acting.
is
Like
they have
movies-
better chemistry
movies
and
like
better
this-
acting.
Because
like-
freaking Matthew McConaughey,
Yeah,
like,
the
what you
goat.
talking about? The
Yeah.
goat, literally.
Well, like with that movie, it's like I can recognize that it's not the best movie ever, but it's so there's something about it, you know? Like they have first off the acting's good, and it's charming. I feel
Yeah.
like rom-coms have lost their charm. This felt very forced.
Yeah.
And like they try to add the dating app part to make it appeal to the younger generation and all this,
Making
and
it,
it just
relatable.
yeah.
That's tough.
It was just messy. It made me sad because I usually like would love movies like that, but not anymore.
Yeah, this movie, like, the acting was so bad and there was no chemistry between any of the characters. It almost felt like they were just thrown in and told to, like, act together without them meeting beforehand or anything. It literally felt like it was the first time that everybody was just meeting. Which is so weird. Even the people that were supposed to be friends, it was just, like, awkward. Like, all of the characters were just awkward with each other.
It was just messy.
Yeah.
So overall, this movie is just a
Yeah,
Pretty
this whole
much.
movie
The whole
is
thing.
a
If you're not sitting there confused the whole time watching this movie, I don't know what you're sitting there doing.
I
you
did
know?
audibly say, huh, like at least 5 times
Yeah.
watching this movie.
Huh?
Okay, should we move on to
this
this
or
or that, where we rank every movie that we watch on this podcast? This is our list thus far.
All right, so our list right now, we've got Breakfast Club, Return of the Jedi, Sound of Music, Empire Strikes Back, Grinch, Nightmare Before Christmas, E.T., A New Hope, Hocus Pocus, Scream, Charlie Brown, Thanksgiving, and The Blackening. So that's 12 so far. So we got to fit this awesome,
You don't get to
amazing
Yeah.
you don't
movie.
get to rank.
No, well, I get to put my piece in from what I've heard.
I will definitely put it at 13.
Same. I was gonna say 13. I really did not like The Blackening, but this movie is just so awkward.
Yeah,
to watch.
I was gonna say from what I heard, I was like, it sounds
The Black
like
One
a
was
13.
funny though.
Yeah,
This
The Blackening at
movie-
least was like enjoyable to watch with your friends.
Was it hard to watch? Like, were
Yes.
you like,
Yes,
it
was
kind of
it
makes
was
you
a
like
hard
cringe.
watch.
It
Yes.
makes you be like,
yeah, I'm fine with putting it at 13.
Okay, there we go.
that
we
was so
agree.
easy, just 13.
All right, here.
The
New ranking. Same
Breakfast
thing as
Club.
before.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna read it.
Same thing
Same
as
thing as before, except
but
it's in the
now
bottom.
We have
Love
It's-
Hard and
Blackening.
Dead
I mean,
Yeah.
now we have Love Hard at the end.
Gosh, what a. Can I take a second? What a dumb thing to name a movie.
Love
Hard. Like,
They want people to watch it so badly. They're
that's
like,
so
Love
bad.
Hard? That sounds like Die Hard. Let me watch it.
Like, not only does it sound like Die Hard, it also sounds like Love Actually, and like,
Yes.
They literally combined Love Actually and Die Hard and made this movie.
Also, Love Hard
It sucks.
doesn't make sense.
no, Love Hard.
That
like,
sounds weird.
That sounds like something you like yell at something weird. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
that sounds like a weird T-shirt that a fat white guy's wearing. You know, Love Hard. Like,
He just wants to be Love Hard. Sorry.
Yeah, it's such a weird title. It's such a weird movie.
Yeah.
It almost feels like Netflix was just like desperate for a new movie.
Oh yeah, you know that they have like a list of scripts, like a bunch of scripts just thrown on their desk, and they're like, let's do this, and cast Nina Dobrev and a bunch of other like mediocre actors and that teens love.
Yeah.
People will watch it.
It almost looks like they looked up like best like teenagers' favorite actors, and they were like, yes, him. Throw them into a movie together.
Cliche.
That was Love Hard.
This was like our kind of like cliche rom-com Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's Christmas, you know, you have to do that.
The other ones will be better.
Yes. And next week we've got
Elf,
which is...
a classic.
Yes, a classic. If you don't love Elf, you're wrong. And you can come outside and meet me outside, and I'll talk to you about that.
Meet me outside.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? And then...
He won't. Jack's too scared.
So, we'll see y'all next week. EJ will be back next week, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yes. And...
Make sure to subscribe, follow our Spotify, follow our socials. We're on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram, we do a lot of promo stuff, so if you want to see some behind the scenes.
And do you want to see what movie we're doing next?
Yeah, follow our Instagram, check it out, and we'll see you guys next week.